Hey everybody, welcome back. I've got something. Oh, by the way, how did you like my play on words? I need to show you something, I need to show this to you. My friend Douglas, or Doug, over at Douglas Model Garage's videos, sent me this kit. Doug has sent me a bunch of kits, and he just recently bought that what was it, that Grand National, Buick Grand National from him, and then he said, hey, I got something coming to you. And he really likes these Tauruses. These were I grew up with these cars. They were everywhere, and it's very unique to me, or at least I guess I would say unique or odd, that a model manufacturer would make a family car. Now, I know that they've produced family cars in the past, but if it had just been a Taurus, Ford Taurus, I don't think it would have ever made AMT's line. But because this car was super unique, it was like a sports car that you could carry the family around. I have a friend of mine. He was my dad's good friend. I grew up around him. He's been a mechanic all his life. Always been a hot rodder. And he said something at one time when these cars were new. I remember him saying, well, he knew I was making... That is crazy that train comes by every time I want to make a video. And I'll let him get it out of his system. I'll get back to that. Doug also sent new and updated shop cards. Check this out. It's like, look at that. Isn't that cool? It's like inside a garage. Honestly, and I don't know, Doug, if you did this on purpose, but it's like unfinished sheetrock on the ceiling. It's like mud on the ceiling. That is really cool. But yeah, he's got it all done up. That would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. He's not blowing the horn, done blowing the horn yet, and then he sent me this one as well. So it's got that, I believe that's that beach, well, obviously this is Malibu Beach Rescue, but it's the Surf Mobile or whatever it was called. But anyway, thank you, Doug, for that. You guys go check out Doug's channel if you hadn't already. But anyway, yeah, well, I was getting back to my friend, my dad's friend. His name's Terry, Mr. Terry. He knew cars, and he said that is a true sports car. A four-door sports car is what he called it. I know the Nissan Maxima was always considered a four-door sports car, but this thing was bad to the bone when it came out. But it was so weird. It's just a weird car to me. It had a 220 horsepower, 3-liter, 4-valve, dual overhead cam, 6-cylinder, single SHO super high output engine. Now, about this same time, your Ford Mustang 5.0, they had 225 horsepower out of the V8. This thing had 220 horsepower out of a 3.0. It was a 5-speed manual transmission, and it came with those inky wheels. But yeah, it was just a peculiar car. And when Doug sent it, and I didn't know what it was, I opened it. I was like, wow, it's really cool, and it really made me think, why did they decide to make a model kit of a Taurus, other than it truly was a cool car? I don't think there was that many of them. But we'll take a look at this thing. It's just I don't know. It's cool. What was this kit? Like a 90? 88, I'm sorry. Yeah, got some age on it too. Look at that. Look at that twisted up mess of intake manifold. And then it's got the sports version right there. Look at that. I mean, just bizarre, to say the least, I would say. Just bizarre. Those are not the Inkies. I should have said that a while ago. Those are the regular Taurus, fancy Taurus wheels. But you got your blueprinter subscription thing. You've got the chrome tree here. Sometimes I think cars may get passed by for people like doing unboxings and things because it's like, it's just a Taurus. This is not just a Taurus. There's your intake. You'd have to detail that up. Paint it with, I would strip the chrome, paint it with aluminum to really give it that realism. One thing I don't like is the headlights are chrome and not like clear. That's okay though. There's your two sets of wheels. Those are cool. Got the old granny ones and the, I'm not to offend anybody if you had a Taurus with those. I'm not calling you a granny. I'm just saying those are the more the family style, and those were the sports wheels. And this is when AMT was had really stepped the game up, and their stuff was nice, really nice stuff. There's the body, got the windows in it. It's just a really nice model kit, and I really think I'm going to build it, and I think that's cool. Look at the little bitty mirrors. No, that's not. That's where the mirrors go. I was about to say those darn things are tiny, but the mirrors attached to that. The mirrors were well, they're somewhere around here. But yeah, neat car. See, we got a Ford emblem on the right next to the radiator. Very crisp and clean. Taurus. Everybody, I heard them always called shows, but SHO, super high output. Oh, there we go. Look at that, 1980. See if you can see it. I'm trying to get the 1989 on the tag. They were proud of that. They put it on there. Ain't no Michigan or nothing. I mean, you could scrape that off, but yeah, they proud of that 1989 Taurus right there. Very cool. RoboCop always comes to mind when you see a Ford Taurus, or when I see a Ford Taurus, RoboCop would come to mind. It had the gator back, the Goodyear gator backs on these cars. Those are nice. Those are really nice tires. And low profile, I guess. Did it say what size? It just said Inky 84, and well, it did say gator backs. It didn't say the size of the rims. They were probably 16s, something like that. I mean, large diameter wheels weren't super popular at this point. I mean, whenever they made the whenever Ford came out with the new Ford truck, what was it, 94? Was it 95? 95, I think, when they went to the more round body. They had those 17-inch wheels. Those things were just giant. But now, I mean, 17's nothing. I mean, my Hyundai out there's got 17s on it. Here's the dashboard. Looks really nice. Got the sports seats. Did have some nice seats in it. It wasn't the family car seats. Had the buckets. Had a nice console. There's your mirrors. And then there's your stick shift upside down there, along with the hood. And that Ford steering wheel. Yeah, they had it together. These are nice model kits. Very nice. There's your show rear bumper. The front underside, or the front bumper. And then your struts. I guess those would have been front and back. I think it would have had struts in the front and back. I'm not sure. But then there's some suspension pieces also right there, wheel backs. And here is your engine halves, and then there's the transmission right there. It's got it's got the bell housing on it, then it's got the transmission. There's the front of the engine. Serpentine belts, starter, and all that good stuff. And your radiator with the electric fan. There's your front suspension, and there's all that exhaust that I had, dual exhaust. Well, kind of funny. It's got a single pipe going into dual exhaust, but they would have oversized the exhaust, I'm sure. And that is, it's like this, a spoiler. Possibly that's what that is. I think it doesn't show it on the, I bet it actually does on modified version. Yeah. So it's got a spoiler back there in the back. Neat. There's your oil pan. It came off the tree. This kit, I don't know if Doug reboxed it or what, but someone had already, there was already, like, here's a spoiler that was off of a tree, but it's already been painted, and then it's got some of the inner parts of the tires that have been cut out. But anyway, and then it's got the tail lights right there. Oh, it's got stickers. It's got 2 sets. So there was, Doug must have sent some extra stuff here, possibly. I doubt it would have come with 2 sets, but it did have 2 blueprinter papers in it too. I don't know, but it does have tags where you could put it on there, Wisconsin or Cali, and then super high output and Ford Motorsport. Well, that's a nice looking tag. Ford Motorsport. That just means horsepower. That's all that means. That's what it means, guys. Ford Motorsport means super horsepower. I'm not going to read the you can pause the video if you want and read it yourself, but it's just a cool car. I think it was worth not just showing a box, but actually opening it up and checking it out. Look at that performance. Now the 0 to 60 is not very impressive as in today's standards, but look at that top end, 140 miles an hour. That is kicking it to the soccer game right there. 140 miles an hour. Wow. But yeah, cool car. Thank you, Doug. I really appreciate that. Anyway, got all of your instruccionos. There it is down there. It is a sporty looking car. RoboCop could have done a lot better if they'd have gave him a show Taurus. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hey, this was cool. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate you. If you guys hadn't already, go over to Douglas's Model Garage's videos and check it out. I'll link him in the description. I've linked him in quite a few videos. But yeah, go check out Doug and give him a sub and like his stuff and give him some support. But again, thanks, Doug, for this. Thank you guys for watching these videos. Let me know, did you ever have one of these? A real one? I'd like to know. I'd never ridden in one. I never saw that many. I mean, I've seen some, but were they quick? I mean, a front-wheel drive car, 7 seconds, 0 to 60. Again, not that impressive by today's standards, but shoot, back in 1988, that's pretty good. 140 miles an hour. A Mustang would run that. But I mean, it's a Mustang. Come on. This is a 4-door family car that they just, like I say, they picked the kids up from soccer and they're running late and they can make it home at 140 miles an hour. Anyway, guys, let me know if you've ever ridden in one of these or driven one or even owned one. I think it would be really cool to know. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. And don't forget, as always, go check out hobbynutmodels.com. Always linked in the description of the video. Grab yourself a nice model kit. He's got model kits that he's bought, like collections out. He's got a lot of new tuners. Go check those out. He's got a lot more tuners. And not just the one that I'm building. He's got a bunch more. So go check those out. Aoshima, and I think he had some, what's the other? Aoshima. I know there's Fujimi's, but there's another one that anyway, you go check it out. hobbynutmodels.com. And thanks to my Facebook contributors and to my Patreon members. Guys, you're great. Thank you so much. And hey, guys, we'll see you really soon on another video. So you take care. Bye.